Hello and welcome to my blog. Today, I am going to talk about pollution and global warming, two of the most urgent environmental issues facing our planet. Pollution is the introduction of harmful materials into the environment, such as trash, chemicals, smoke, or noise. Global warming is the increase in the average temperature of the Earth's surface due to the accumulation of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Pollution and global warming are closely related, as many of the sources and effects of pollution also contribute to or worsen global warming. For example, burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas for electricity, transportation, and industry produces carbon dioxide and other pollutants that trap heat and warm the planet. Pollution and global warming have many negative impacts on human health, wildlife, ecosystems, and the economy. Some of these impacts include: air pollution can cause respiratory diseases, cardiovascular diseases, cancer, and premature death. It can also reduce visibility and damage crops and buildings. Water pollution can contaminate drinking water sources, harm aquatic life, spread diseases, and reduce recreational opportunities. Land pollution can degrade soil quality, reduce agricultural productivity, create waste disposal problems, and contaminate groundwater. Noise pollution can disturb wildlife, affect human hearing, cause stress, and interfere with communication. Global warming can increase the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events such as heat waves, droughts, floods, storms, and wildfires. It can also cause sea level rise, melting of glaciers and ice caps, ocean acidification, coral bleaching, biodiversity loss, and spread of infectious diseases. Pollution and global warming are serious threats that require urgent action from all sectors of society. There are many ways that we can reduce pollution and greenhouse gas emissions, such as using renewable energy sources like solar, wind, hydro, or biomass instead of fossil fuels. Improving energy efficiency and conservation in homes, buildings, appliances, and vehicles. Adopting eco-friendly practices like recycling, composting, reusing, or reducing waste. Supporting green policies and regulations that limit pollution and emissions from industries and vehicles. Raising awareness and education about the causes and effects of pollution and global warming. Taking personal actions like walking, biking, or using public transportation instead of driving, buying local and organic food, planting trees, or switching to LED bulbs. Pollution and global warming are not inevitable or irreversible. We have the power and the responsibility to protect our environment and our future. How does pollution affect wildlife? Pollution can poison wildlife through the disruption of endocrine function, organ injury, increased vulnerability to stresses and diseases, lower reproductive success, and possible death. Pollution can cause mutations and fertility problems in wildlife, as some chemicals can interfere with their genetic material or hormones. This can affect their ability to reproduce and survive. Pollution can accumulate in the tissues of wildlife, especially in predators that eat other contaminated animals. This can lead to higher levels of toxins in their bodies, which can impair their health and behavior. Pollution can change or destroy the habitats of wildlife, as some pollutants can alter the physical or chemical properties of the land, water, or air. This can reduce the availability and quality of food, water, shelter, and space for wildlife. Pollution can affect the interactions and relationships of wildlife, as some pollutants can alter their senses, communication, or social behavior. This can affect their ability to find mates, cooperate, compete, or avoid predators. Pollution is a serious threat to wildlife and their ecosystems, and it also affects humans and other living beings. We need to take action to prevent and reduce pollution, and to protect and restore wildlife habitats. What are some examples of pollutants that affect wildlife? Soot particles and smog, which can be inhaled by birds and insects and cause respiratory problems or death. Pesticides, which can kill insects or harm other animals that eat them. Pesticides can also disrupt the endocrine system, cause mutations, or reduce fertility. Perfluorooctane sulfonic acid, PFOS, and perfluorocarboxylates, which are persistent organic pollutants that can contaminate the water and accumulate in the tissues of marine mammals like harbor porpoises. These chemicals can affect their immune system, reproduction, and development. Decabrominated diphenyl ether, DecaBDE, which is a flame retardant that can be found in the blood of polar bears and gulls in the Arctic. This chemical can interfere with their thyroid function, metabolism, and behavior. Fertilizer runoff, which can cause algal blooms that release toxins like domoic acid. This toxin can affect the nervous system of sea lions and other marine animals that eat contaminated fish. Plastic debris, which can be ingested or entangled by turtles, whales, dolphins, and other marine animals. Plastic can cause injuries, infections, suffocation, starvation, or drowning. Plastic can also leach chemicals that can harm the animal's health. How can we prevent plastic pollution in the ocean? Explore. Plastic pollution in the ocean is a huge problem that affects millions of marine animals and ecosystems. It also poses risks to human health and the economy. There are many ways that we can prevent plastic pollution in the ocean, such as refusing single-use plastics like bags, bottles, straws, cups, and utensils. These items are often used for a few minutes and then thrown away, ending up in landfills or the ocean. Instead, we can use reusable alternatives like cloth bags, metal bottles, bamboo straws, ceramic cups, and wooden spoons. Recycling plastic waste whenever possible. Recycling helps keep plastics out of the ocean and reduces the amount of new plastic in circulation. We can check the labels on plastic products to see if they are recyclable and sort them accordingly. We can also look for recycling centers or programs in our area that accept plastic waste. Supporting legislation and policies that limit plastic production and waste. We can vote for or advocate for laws and regulations that ban or tax single-use plastics, require plastic producers to take responsibility for their waste, promote circular economy models, and fund research and innovation on plastic alternatives and solutions. Educating ourselves and others about the causes and effects of plastic pollution in the ocean. We can learn more about the sources, impacts, and solutions of plastic pollution from reliable sources like scientific journals, environmental organizations, or documentaries. We can also share this information with our friends, family, colleagues, and social media followers to raise awareness and inspire action. These are just some of the ways that we can prevent plastic pollution in the ocean. By taking these steps, we can make a difference for our planet and its inhabitants. If you want to learn more about this topic or how you can help, you can check out these websites: Oceanic Society, World Economic Forum, Almost Zero Waste, or Deep Ocean Facts. How does plastic pollution affect marine animals? Plastic pollution affects marine animals in many ways, some of which are: plastic can poison marine animals through the ingestion of harmful chemicals or microplastics that leach into the water or accumulate in their tissues. This can cause endocrine disruption, organ damage, increased susceptibility to diseases, reduced reproductive success, and possible death. Plastic can cause injuries and infections in marine animals that get entangled or wounded by plastic debris. This can impair their mobility, feeding, breathing, and growth. It can also make them more vulnerable to predators or other threats. Plastic can cause starvation and suffocation in marine animals that mistake plastic for food or swallow it accidentally. This can fill up their stomachs and prevent them from eating or digesting real food. It can also block their airways and prevent them from breathing. Plastic can affect the behavior and communication of marine animals that rely on sound, sight, smell, or touch to interact with their environment and other animals. Plastic can interfere with their sensory perception, navigation, socialization, mating, and predator avoidance. Plastic pollution is a serious threat to marine life and their ecosystems, and it also affects humans and other living beings. We need to take action to prevent and reduce plastic pollution, and to protect and restore marine habitats. I hope you learned something new and useful from this blog post. If you want to know more about pollution and global warming or how you can help them, you can visit these websites: World Bank, United Nations, National Geographic, or NASA. Thank you for watching my video and stay tuned for more.